Hi everyone, it's Terry with Early Girls Yarn. Welcome back. Well, not 1 week later, but that's okay because life happens, it gets busy. That's how it goes. But I have been busy clickety-clacking those needles and I have so much to share, which feels really good to have a lot to share with you. Now, let's see. It's been storming these last few days, so it's this weird, like the mornings are crisp, but it's still getting up to like 80 in the day most days. I didn't look to see what it was going to be today, but who knows. So it's still warm, like in my house. I don't have the air on, so it's a little warm. So I had to just, start with this awesome hat, one of my new FOs, and then I'm going to take it off because I'm already getting a little heated. So I'll show and share with you and tell you more about that here in a little bit. But first, I wanted to just chit-chat a little bit about one of the fantastic things that has happened as a part of this podcast. Not only have I gotten to know some of you better, and it's helped me get a lot of things off the needles these past few months, but as I mentioned, I really don't have any type of knitting community. There are no knitting stores here in the Quad Cities area. There were two when we first moved in, almost 2.5 years ago now. Yeah, 2.5 years ago. They closed, we moved in and they closed within the next few months. Instagramming back and forth with a lovely lady named Jen. And now another gal from the area who she knows reached out to me, and we are going to have tea instead of coffee. Neither of us are coffee drinkers. We're going to do like a tea knitting time this Tuesday. So I am just elated to meet someone new, meet someone from the area, have a knitting buddy here. Makes me unbelievably happy. Now, sadly, neither ladies were able to go to the Knit X Midwest, which is that weekend in the beginning of November that's my next yarny adventure that I get to go on. So I won't know anyone there, but I am super excited to meet new people. But I'm so blessed that this has allowed me to connect with local people as well as all of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Super excited. Can't wait to meet more people. Now, getting on to what's happened these last few weeks personally. So Izzy, volleyball madness, is still in full swing. She plays club ball, which right now they don't have club ball. The clinics and tryouts for that are next month. But she wanted more than what the school was offering, so we've been doing group lessons, which are private-ish. There's a maximum of 6 girls. So sometimes she's there with 4 other girls and one coach from club. It goes up to 6. One time there was only 2. So just a ton of individualized attention, a ton of work on her craft. She is just putting in the time to do so well. So that's been happening along with school ball, and we have games Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then now that Izzy's in 13U, Cece, my younger one, is like, I totally love volleyball. So she's been doing clinics, and she's going to try out for the 12U and under team. She's only a 10U, so they do have a 10U group. So she's pumped, but that means that you will be seeing many more shots of me knitting away while watching the girls in the court, because it appears I'm going to be living at the gym. Oh well, at least I get knitting time in, right? That's okay. And they're active and they're happy, which makes me happy. So that's been the last 3 weeks. I've had this last week, unbelievable amounts of work. Just lots of traveling this week, which is not normal. I think, over 10 hours in the car, just driving all around. Not a normal week for me. So I am very much looking forward to this weekend. I was already knitting up a storm this morning, and I'll share some goals and the reasons why I'm so, I'm always knitting, but we all know I like my deadlines, and I'll share I've got some deadlines coming up. Not real, self-imposed, I guess, or challenge deadlines. So it gets me going. The other thing we are tackling this kind of stormy, rainy weekend here in Iowa, I am redoing all of this behind me, this craft room. Before I came to Iowa, I was an avid avid card maker, stamper. I mean, I've got a whole, I'll take pictures. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off and just show you real life Terry's crafting room. It is above our 3-car garage. It's a huge space. It's a huge room. I will share it. I'll share before and afters, but it's something. Yeah. The 2 girls craft with me. It's something. We'll just go there. But I'm doing a major overhaul. I'm going to collapse a lot of that down because I have not, the only time I've crafted this last year was to make tags for my fiber share and my wool swap partners. Life has just been all about knitting, which I love, but I need to reevaluate the space, condense some of that, make it more about what our needs are right now and what we're doing right now. I'm not going to give any of it. I mean, some of it I've been kind of giving away to schools and to the churches and my mom, who still does that, but I'm not going to be giving everything away because I know that I'll cycle back to that. I do love to make cards. My favorite paper crafting company, Paper Tray Inc., had a change in, total change in their style and everything. So I just lost some steam when that happened. Now I will say, Betsy Feldman, who is an Iowa girl as well, she's up by Des Moines, she started her own company, The Greetery, and I have been really inspired by her team, her creativity. I loved her when she was a designer for Paper Tray. So they have their Christmas rollout this week, and she's always so creative. So I have a feeling that I'm going to get super inspired, and I'll be purchasing some things from her on Friday, and maybe getting my crafting stamping juices going, but I can still consolidate what I have. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to redo the knitting portion, move some things around, because right now the couch, I bought all this furniture a year ago. I lived with nothing in this room for a year. We lived like hobos for the knitting area. Then I bought some furniture a year ago, and not high quality, just do I like this space? Do I like having this here? Do I like this size? So I'm going to move it around again because right now the couch back is to the wall of yarn. So I never get to see my pretty wall of yarn, which, I mean, love knitting with it, but half the fun is looking at it and seeing all the colors. So I'm going to move that around, try a new situation, try a new arrangement today. Again, maybe I'll take a quick video, some before and after for you to share for the next podcast, but that is this weekend's agenda. Then we've got church on Sunday and more volleyball Sunday afternoon. Horses, as much as I love them, and we all know I do love my babies, not doing that this weekend. It's just raining all weekend, too wet. That's not a lot of fun. So anyway, let's get to what we're all here for, the knitting. So I think you guys know that I have been working on the Primrose Yarn Boyland Knitworks Challenge. So I had a hat made already. I have 3 finished objects for that. One of which I this hat, the Daya hat, which I'm going to talk about later because I have 1 project still left to go, and it's going to coordinate with this hat, which makes me super happy. So I'm going to show this more with my works in progress portion. I have another hat that I already did back in March, and that's already been photographed. Oh, I should have grabbed it, but oh well. I did the Immortalist cowl. I will show you. It is, so I don't even know the name of the shawl. I bought a shawl kit from Primrose Yarn to make the shawl I was going to knit. Never made it. Had all of this. It was 2 main skeins and then a bunch of minis. The cardamom and coffee hat, which I should have brought and I didn't. My daughter is going to model this one for me. So I will have her wear the cardamom and coffee hat with this. But I made that with the same kit, and I made this too. So let me show you how awesome this turned out. The color work was a joy. It's all fingering weight held double. And you can see, so there's a line right here. I'll move it. When I blocked it, it made this really firm line. So there's a line right there. Here, let me move it over so we don't have to see that. There we go. The bobbles on it, I don't know if you can see them. They kind of stick out. There's bobbles in between all of these center elements. So much fun. Then these fun little flowers, and then the end. So it is going to be, the most warm, thick, lovely cowl. This is going to be busted out when it is January, freezing. If we have another polar vortex, snowing, pushing snow, shoveling, this is my main go-to because it is so thick. Holding all that yarn double makes it so thick. And then the floats, because you know you're doing color work, so there's tons of floats. Let's see if I can show that to you. There you go. I mean, it's just, so not only am I holding the fingering double, but then there's all the floats behind. It is just the most thick, wonderful, warm cowl known to man. So really excited to have off the needles. I'll have Izzy do some fun photos with this and the hat because I'm going to be wearing the next project, which I still need to photograph and take pictures of. So this is her Boyland Knitworks, Caitlin Hunter. It is her, I'm going to say it wrong, Dago shawl. Okay, so this, I originally picked out the colors to go with Izzy's, so her school team is like a navy and a gray. Platform is navy and white. So this is going to be my volleyball shawl, and I'm intended to get it done before her first game, September 10th, but it's been so warm here. I could not have worn this even if I wanted to. It just would not have, it's too hot. But it's done, and she still has 2 games next week. She has 3 games left, and then 1 the week after. So maybe in the October games, I'll be able to wear this, but check this out. So here it is. I'll give you some close-ups of some cool details of the shawl here in a minute. But here it is in all of its beauty. Loved it. So the lace work blocked out beautifully, and it's got, can you see? It's got all these bobbles in it too. Yeah, I think if I turn it, yeah, there we go. It just gets such dimension and texture. And then it's got this fun stripe section with that centerline spine. Then in the beginning, there was this wonderful, I've never done color work in the middle of a shawl like that. So that was really fun. A little lace section and then more stripe work and just a little stockinette. This was an absolute joy to knit. Oh, I wanted to give you the colors of this one. So the other one with the kit, I have all the colors, but there's like 10 different colors because I had to mix colors together to make that, I was melding two. But the colors for this are Old Tailor Suit, that's the really dark blue. Electric Watermelon is the fun corally color, and Glacier is the steel blue, well, light blue color. This is what I have left over. And I don't know about you, but I have become obsessed with knitting hats, cowls, and or shawls. And now, I'll show you later, I am like on a mission to have matching socks to all my projects because I have enough sock yarn. Like we've talked about this 500 times. I went crazy buying sock yarn this year, and now I am actually knitting some socks. I haven't completed any new ones yet, but by next podcast, I will. So I've got to weigh that to see if I have enough, if I have enough yarn left over to make some socks, and I need to do some searches on patterns. One of my awesome friends, Robin, she sent me some of her sock patterns. So I will actually look through Robin's patterns. Robin, if you're listening and you know of some sock patterns that use 3 different colors, a fingering weight, not sure how much yardage I have, but I truly am going to guess that I have enough for a sock. Let me know because that's what I'm going to be on the lookout for because I definitely want a pair of socks to match this shawl. Maybe I have to weigh it. Maybe I'll have enough to make a hat. But I also have another idea, which I'll share with you later, about how I'm going to get a matching hat for this beauty as well. But anyway, that is another finished object that I have for you. So getting back to my Daya hat, let me grab down here. Okay, all of this project is in my lovely Calm Collections bag. Love, love, love it. Love Emily. I've got her finding because I really want some fall bags, pumpkins, fun fall bags. So I've got her working on it, and I'm not sure if she's going to do this style or the the Molly bag, the other style. I'm not sure. I'll have to get back with her. And then I've also got her picking out some Christmas because I already know I'm going to want Christmas. I don't necessarily want Halloween-y. I think I kind of want like pumpkin fall. So it could go October and November. And then Christmas, I mean, that needs its own. I've got one Christmas bag already. But you know, I have more than one project. I need more bags. So, well, if you saw my bag stash, I don't need more bags, but I like them. So I'm going to see what she can come up with. And I joined the project bag swap. Have you heard of that? Oh, I should have pulled that up. I will try and add it to show notes or message me or leave a comment here and I will connect to you. It's on Instagram right now, and I believe it happens in the month of October. I'm going off memory. So you have new Christmas and or winter project bags. So Emily, you can make your own or you can have buy a brand new one. And of course, I'm going to ask Emily to make those for me. So she's already starting to get ideas, to look up materials. So I can have fun Thanksgiving, Halloween bags and fun Christmas winter bags. If you are interested in that or you think that would be something you would like, comment below, let me know. She's always looking for ideas. Do you prefer this style or this style bag? Which bag do you think she should make them out of? As I said, comment below, let me know. I like them both, so I could go either way. Let me know. All right, getting back to the project. Sorry about that little detour. So this is going to be I want to make sure I got the rest. Yep. So Glacier Park, here I'll show you. That's the picture. It is a really neat fingering weight cowl. So it's going to match. This was done in fingering weight as well. I held it double to make this hat because this is actually a DK weight hat. So I'll put it on again just so we can have the super fun. I can't decide. So I have this really cool, I'll show you that too. Look at this pon-pon. Can you see? Might not be able to. The tips are black or really dark brown of this pon-pon. So I thought it just went awesome. I've got a whole, maybe I'll take a picture of that too. In my remodel I'll show you, but I have a whole tray. I went crazy about a year ago and bought probably 30 snappable pon-pons so I can detach them, and they just sit on this tray on my coffee table that's in front of my couch, and it's just beautiful and fun to look at. But then when I do projects, while I'm knitting them, I think, what pon-pon would I want to do this with? So I picked this one. There's also a really dark brown one that I adore as well. I might try it too. We'll see. We'll see when I get the whole thing done. So here is the hat. That's Daya, I believe. Let me find the paper here. D-Y-E-A, Daya. She named it. Here was the picture that it came with. But Caitlin named it after a town in Alaska. And it's one of the gold rush towns that's no longer, it's a ghost town. It's not inhabited right now. And this, I used the coral color, which I have names for these too, but I don't think they're right in here. Let me see. Oh wait, no, maybe. Well, I only kept two of them. I'll find the other one. Springbrook and Black Truffle, but I think the Springbrook was the white one. Oh, here it is. Okay. And Penelope. I think I'm using Black Truffle and Penelope. But this is where I'm at. Now, this challenge runs through October 1st. My goal is to have it all done this weekend so I can get photos, get it posted, get everything entered. It's on Primrose Yarn. It's on her Ravelry page. You would see that if you went there to her group page. And I really like her yarn. And of course, Caitlin Hunter. I mean, who wouldn't like that? But here's where I'm at. I did the first, so there's like two. So you do ribbing, then there's like one color work pattern, then there's a second color work pattern, and I'm in the repeat section of the second color work pattern. And you just keep repeating for 3.5 inches. And I can't remember. I think I'm at like 2.5 inches. So I maybe like, no, I'm at 2.5. I have 1 more inch-ish to go. And then I will do this pattern again. And then my ribbing, and I'll be done. So this goes with my hat, same colors. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. I also debated, see now when I'm holding up like this, I wish I would have done the other one. I might have enough, so I've got all this yarn. I won't get it done nearly in time for the, but I have all this left over, and I have another whole skein of this. Ooh, now that I'm looking at it with the hat, I might do it again with the white where this coral is, and maybe the brown or the coral on the opposite. What do you think? I need your opinions. Let me know. Do you think I should do it again and do where the coral is, do white, and then do brown, white and brown, that brown color, do these, or this gray color, do these two instead? And then maybe I can even, you know what, I'll get this finished because it's actually knitting up really pretty quickly, honestly. I started it just a few days ago. Maybe I'll get this finished and I'll kind of play with the pattern, because maybe I could make this section, oh, I know, I think. Maybe I could make this part right here, this color work, coral, and then have this be the white and brown, and then just pop the coral, because I think that will correlate better with the hat. That might be my winner. I might turn this into a 3-color. Anyway, we'll see. If I do that, I will definitely have it on here and I will let you know. I think I'll also have plenty of yarn because my plan is to also make a pair of socks. My idea is to have a hat, a cowl, and a pair of socks, of course, all matching. I think that'd be fantastic. Anyway, I love, love, love the hat. It's getting warm again, so I'm going to take it off. I like the cowl. Would love to hear your input. I really think I'm going to end up making that cowl again and adding more color work. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, that's my last FO. And I only have 2 whips going on right now because in my head, this is a deadline whip and I need to get it done. Even if I make another version of it, I don't think I'll get them, well, maybe. I don't think I'll get them both done in time for this weekend, but maybe. I guess you never know because we'll see. But I'll for sure get this done. That's my intentions. I mean, something pretty significant would have to happen because we really have nothing major planned this weekend. So that's one of my whips. I'll set that down here. Let's see, I'm going to organize just for a second. I'm going to put these aside. Those were all Caitlin Hunter stuff. Okay, my other thing I've been working on, which I'm so pleased to show you. So I got this sock bag from Hypnotic Yarns. They had it made. It is by Cookies and Bees is the name of the maker. It is by far, I have lots of updates. So my last podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, what needles do you use to knit just one sock at a time, thinking I would need to do that for my monster sock because I'm changing all these colors. Well, I got great suggestions. Amber, my friend Amber, who's my New York City friend, woo-woo! She suggested getting the 9-inch Addy Flex Tips. So I bought them. They came, but I wasn't patient enough to wait to do this project. So I ended up doing this project with 2 at a time socks. And for 2 at a time socks, this bag is money. This is like the best bag. My needles fit awesome. It fits because I'm past the turn. I'm past the turn, so it fits all of that in there. And I still have room, which is just making me unbelievably happy. So I found out Hypnotic Yarns linked to the name of this maker, so I need to reach out to her and ask her when and if she's going to make more, because I need I think 2 more bags. But let me give you the backstory about these colors and what this is all about. So there is a Scrappy Sock Challenge happening right now, and it's through October 6th. There is time, plenty of time. I'm hoping to have mine done this weekend, but it got me thinking, and it got me blocked. Ends aren't woven in yet. When the socks are done, the ends are going to be woven in on this project so I can model them both together. So this, I'm like, okay, I looked around, and I have, I put my scraps in all different places, but this is where it's much emptier. I had all of the scraps from last year, my Warren Boone's Advent Kit. I knitted the Adventurous Shawl by Amba O'Brien, which we've all talked about how much I love her. It is now blocked, and okay, like, I know, everyone's like, block your work. I really didn't for a long time. Look at this lace and these colors. Now that it's blocked, oh my gravy, it's gorgeous. Like, it just changes it so much. So that was this kit, all 24 colors. Love, 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 right? You can see the ends are not woven in though. That's the downside of the minis. There's 5 million ends to weave in, but I will get there. But I'm not positive how much it used. My gut tells me I think it used about 10 grams. I should have weighed it. I didn't weigh all the little pieces. But I had all of these lovely, colorful mini scraps left over for almost a year now. So I'm like, it was kind of driving me a little crazy. Well, then this Monster Sock Cal came up on my Insta feed, and it uses scraps. It's all about making scrappy socks. I'm like, light bulb. That's what I'm going to do. So I cast on and have been knitting away on my socks for my Monster Sock Cal. Isn't that the funnest? And I'm doing Afterthought heels, so you can see, maybe you can't, yeah, I think you can. Like right here is where I put in for the Afterthought heel for this one, and I put it right here. I mean, it's the same spot, but it is, yeah, it's right here for this one. So I'll come back and pick those up, and I have to show you. So I've been a little obsessed, when I'll show you another thing, with the Gnome, N-O-M-E knitter. She makes the coolest little progress keepers. And I got these little Halloween ones. Do you see it's like a spooky Halloween house? And here's a little spider. They came in a bit ago, but I thought how perfect to keep them on my socks, because they're my Monster socks. I don't know. That's just me being a dork, I think. But anyway, super excited about that. I have... Let's see. I don't know. I'm probably going to knit about 4 more inches maybe, which is about 8 more colors or so. And then I will be doing my ribbing and then binding off and picking up my heel, and these will be done. So I'm pretty sure that's one of my things. I mean, I'm only working on this and that cowl, maybe a second cowl now, because that's how I am. That's it. Those are my whips. That's what I'm working on. So I just really have enjoyed. I kind of tried to make rainbow-ish, but I just kind of picked through. The rainbows aren't going to be, because I bought a ton of self-striping yarn, and I love that those for me will make these rainbows consistent and beautiful and lovely. But this one, I'm like, that's not what this is. This is scrappy. So I've grabbed colors from both ones. They're not going to be perfect rainbow. Like, I'm not doing perfect repeats again, because I'm like, I'm going to change this up. I'm going to do this here. But the freedom to just grab and go, I know because it was all from the Advent Kit that it's all going to work together. But I am excited on a previous one, or maybe when I do my radio, I've got a big thing of yarn scraps. Everyone does. So I'm excited. I'm like, I'm just going to start diving in at some point and just using those up too. So that is the Monster Sock Cal. I love that it's got my needles clicking with socks. I'm really enjoying the color work and how that works. So I am super excited about that progress, about that new update. Okay, so that's end of the whips. Now I'm kind of going into a few different things. So first I would like to talk about, I feel like, because I've been talking about the Boyland Knitworks, and it's been a big push this last month to get that done. The Ho-He knitting, her fall knitting, is happening right now. I haven't done any progress on that yet. So I've got 5 million projects of hers. So that's going to be my October. Plus, my friend Amber, she and I are going to New York City together. We picked out yarn. Oh, let me get my book. Hang on. We picked out yarn from Marie Green's, in a sweater from Marie Green's Seamlessly Knit Sweaters in 2 Weeks book from her class that I went to. And I will show you the picture. It is the Cape Creek Minimalist Pullover. So here's the picture of that sweater. That's the one. Here is my yarn I picked out. Malabrigo is what she knitted in, and I bought some and I'm using the same stuff. We are casting on at the same time, which makes me happy because deadlines. So we are casting on October 1st. I am going to be also winding this weekend and working on my gauge swatch. Really excited about this. Now, my idea is, because I bought one extra skein because you just don't know and I do not want to run out. After my Sunset Highway debacle that is still not resolved, I'm very cognizant of that and I'm buying extra. But my thought is, you know how I said I had planned, so this shawl with these colors, I think I can do a hat in this color and it would be awesome if I do end up having an extra. So it would match my shawl and my sweater. That's my plan. Anyway, so I'm super excited about that. I will be, as I said, swatching. Amber and I have been like messaging back and forth on Instagram because it's so much more fun to do this with a buddy. So she is my Idaho bestie and we are knitting away on that starting soon. The other thing I found, two other things, I'm shocked I haven't started this one. So first, there's a mystery knit along. There's a Stephen West one coming up, but I have so many Stephen West projects and so much yarn bought for his stuff that I just haven't dug in yet. I just did not feel like I wanted to commit and do a mystery shawl and get myself all excited and not complete another one. But then I saw the Great British Baking Shawl, a mystery knit along, and I'm like, yeah. I think you'll see why. Let's see. I'm trying to look on here and see when the clues are coming out. I feel like they're not even coming out until end of October for some reason. I think it's going to be a bit. But what got me, look at this. That was the rainbow of color that they put on for their minis for the shawl. Yes, please. So I'm really excited. I actually am going to be frogging the Casapinka one that was the mystery knit along because I bought the crown jewels. I mean, that was like 2 summers ago. I still haven't finished it. I don't know that I ever am, and I love the colors, so I think I'm just going to do it and use it for this and just say Libby, that's what I'm doing. So going to be working on frogging that. I think that starts end of October. Again, I'm not positive, but I'm excited for that. Then I saw online, I'm seeing if I can get a better picture of this. Okay, I'm going to fold this and I'll show you this shawl or cowl. I guess it's a shawl, but the way, I just think it's ingenious. So let's see, Ash Krins is the designer and Clincher is the name of the shawl. And look at, I'm going to fold it a little bit just so you can get this part. Okay, look at this. So there's the main color and then the coordinated colors with a sock set makes this like these holes that you put the end through so that it doesn't, that's how it gets held. Let me show you this. So I don't know if you can see that. So there she is, she's pulling the end out and that's the shawl. And do you see that colorful orange end there? Hello, I think that's ingenious. I'm loving it. And I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing the sock set, but I have this sock set from Fiber for the People that's really stolen my heart. I love it. I've not yet found the right thing, and that's the pattern. So holy smokes, am I excited to figure that out and get that going. I don't know when I'll do that, at some point, but I'm just so happy to have found its pattern that will just make that yarn shine and sing, because I think that green on the edge that this will then wind through, money. So I am really excited about that. Super excited for that find. I guess everyone always said that the yarn will find its project. I'm like, really? Because I always buy yarn for projects. But when you do monthly, like this monthly sock set from Fiber for the People, which I'm doing the Oxide Club, but when you do monthly clubs that just come, there's no plan. So it found its pattern. You guys were right. Yeah, excited. So last time, I believe I believe, was the time that I went through, or maybe 2 times ago, I don't know. I went through everything that I got all summer. So you saw my acquisitions, and I said, I'm going to really slow down because I've got these 2 events, the one in November and then the one again in January that I'm kind of saving for and planning for. And I have gabs and gods and tons and tons and tons of things to knit up here. So I'm pleased to inform you that that has really happened. I only have a few things to share, and they're clubs. Well, one's a club, one was a purchase. Two are like normal things I get every month, and one was a purchase. One purchase. That's it for the last 3 weeks. Crazy. Well, technically there's 2. The other one hasn't come yet, but I'll show you when that comes, and I'm super excited about that one too. So here's what I've got for acquisitions. So I talked about the gnome knitter earlier. I am, because of Suburban Stitcher, Diane from Suburban Stitcher. She's the one that first introduced me to these freaking adorable Princess Cupcake stitch markers. This one, let's see if I can show you, if it'll come through. Look at this one. Can you guess? Mulan! And she's got Cricky on there. And Cricky, right there is Cricky. I don't know if you can see it. Cricky was like, there he is. Like my favorite, well, him and the horse were my favorite characters. Mulan is by far my favorite princess movie ever. I love her. So anyway, so you get this cupcake, which I'm just going to set it up there with my other ones. That is now my 3rd, it looks like. Does that make sense? Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and Mulan? I think so. And then you also get another one. Here's the, well, I'll just hold it up. You get like a lighter one. It's the dragon, Mushu. So I've got Mulan, Cricky, and Mushu. The horse wasn't in here, but that's okay. I mean, it's because I love horses, but I'm ecstatic. So that's like a monthly thing that comes in. So I'm super excited about that. Then I got my yarn from Dandelion and Daisies. She does a monthly thing, and I sign up for the 3 months at a time. I need to email her or message her and see if I need to do it again soon. I'm not sure. But this was this month. This is Autumn Equinox. Don't those colors just speak autumnal? I think they do. So I'm really excited about that. That made me happy. And you know how her colors and the way that she does her yarn, love it, top notch. Then my only last, so those 2 are normal clubs that come. I didn't get my Oxide club yet. I'm sure that's coming. Then I was on Surfing Around, and I have never had Tippy Trees yarn before. And she put on there, she had this kit from August, and I was like, yeah, looks cute. I'm going to do it. I'm so glad that I did. So let me grab all this. Okay, so it was let's see, I'll start with the bag. The bag and the matching yarn is kind of what sold me. So this is my Cottage number 9. Doesn't this just look like end of summer florals? I really liked the colors. Just this like, and the inside's fun and polka dots. I liked the pink. It's got these handles, and I didn't have any other bag that was like that. So it's got kind of handles you can hold it, and then it drawstring closes. So that was fun. So that's from my Cottage number 9. And it matches the Tippy Trees yarn. So let's see, it kind of all matches. Now, this will more than likely be a sock. This is much bigger. This is a shawl bag for sure. I mean, I could put a sock in it, but it's definitely a shawl. You could probably even put a sweater. It's a great size bag. And then it came with this cute little, from Little Bitty Designs, this cute charm. Let's see. It's like a, it's got the same summery colors. I don't know if that's going to show up too good. It's like a summer, it's like a tart. So that was this cute little set that came through. So I was super excited about that. Very pleased with all of that. Yeah, those are my acquisitions. So much fewer, very intentional with this one. The clubs just come, and I like that. That's my that's it. That's the podcast. So again, thank you so much for spending time with me. I just adored it. This is my Saturday morning that I'm doing this. Normally it's during the week, but it was just such a crazy week. You can find me on Early Girls Yarn on Instagram, Early Girls Yarn on Ravelry, and here on the podcast. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.